Let's talk about love, but maybe not in the way you're used to. What if I told you there's a kind of blueprint for love, a divine hierarchy that, if you follow it, could bring some serious order and purpose to your life, just by getting your priorities straight? That's exactly what we're going to dive into.
I mean, you know the feeling, right? You're being pulled in a million different directions all at once. You've got work, family, your own goals. It's like you're juggling flaming torches, and you just know that eventually one of them is going to drop.
And that's what happens when things get out of whack. When our loves, our responsibilities are all mixed up. It's not just about feeling stressed out or overwhelmed. No, this leads to real chaos, real struggles, and sometimes even broken relationships.
But what if it doesn't have to be that way? What if there's a divine blueprint, an architecture for your life that's designed to create harmony, not chaos? A way to build your life on a foundation that's actually truly solid.
Okay, so you're probably wondering, how does this blueprint actually work? Well, let's build this thing out together, level by level. And we're going to start at the very top, with the foundation that everything else, and I mean everything, has to rest on.
Right at the top, number one, the single most important priority is the love of God. And think of it this way, this isn't just one love on a long list. It's the source. It's the wellspring that every other healthy love in your life flows from.
And look at how total this is. It's about loving God with all your heart, mind, soul, and strength. This isn't a part-time gig. It's an all-in commitment. It means God gets the number one spot, period. No competing priorities, no idols. It's really about seeing God as the ultimate source of life itself. Okay, so once that foundation is firmly in place, then we can start building the next layers. And the next two are really interconnected, loving yourself and loving other people.
So, level 2, love of self. Now, hang on. I know what you might be thinking. Love of self? Doesn't that sound a little selfish? A little vain? Well, that's not what this is about at all.
This kind of godly self-love is really more like being a good steward of, well, you. It means you're actively choosing things that bring you life, not drain it. It means staying plugged into a purpose that's bigger than yourself, what's called God's kingdom here. And it means taking care of the whole package, your spiritual, emotional, and physical health. See? It's about living right, not being selfish.
And it just makes sense, right? Once you have that healthy love for yourself, the next level flows right from it. Level 3, the love of your neighbor. Because once you actually get how to care for yourself properly, you're finally equipped to give that same care to others.
And we should probably define neighbor here. We're not just talking about the person who lives next door. In this context, your neighbor is basically anyone you interact with. It starts with your family, and then it radiates out to literally everyone you meet.
And here's the kicker, the direct link between those two levels. The principle is simple. Love others as you love yourself. So the way you treat yourself, that becomes the measuring stick for how you treat everybody else. It's a call for kindness and respect that actually starts with your own well-being. Okay, so we've got our relationship with God, with ourselves, and with other people all sorted out. Now, this divine blueprint zooms out a bit. It expands to our role in the wider world, our responsibility as stewards of creation.
And that brings us to level 4, the love of creation. This is all about our duty to the natural world, the environment, the planet, and all the living things that call it home.
And this is not a passive thing, you know? It's not just about looking at a pretty sunset and saying, oh, that's nice. No, this calls for us to be active stewards. We're actually responsible for protecting creation, for making sure all living things, from animals to insects to everything else, can thrive and fulfill their purpose.
And finally, we get to the very bottom of the pyramid, the last rung on the ladder. Level 5, the love of material things. Now, this framework doesn't say that wealth, money, or possessions are evil. Not at all. But their place is firmly at the bottom. Why? Because they're supposed to be tools. They're meant to serve all those higher loves we just talked about, to help people, to support a life of purpose. They are never, ever supposed to be the goal itself.
So there you have it, all 5 levels. When they're in the right order, they create this incredible architecture of harmony. But what happens when we get it right versus when we get it wrong? Well, there are 2 very, very different outcomes. Just look at the 2 paths. On one side, you have the divine order. Following that leads to a life that's structured, that has meaning and purpose. But on the other side, you get a distorted order. This is what happens when, say, material things creep up from the bottom and take that number 1 spot. And where does that lead? Right back to the chaos and the struggle we were talking about at the very beginning.
And really, that's the ultimate promise of this whole blueprint. If you can keep these loves in their proper order, that's the key.
That's the secret to a life filled with harmony, purpose, and real fulfillment. A life that is, you could say, structurally sound for the foundation all the way to the top.
So I'll just leave you with this to think about. As you look at this blueprint for your own life, how strong is your foundation? Are any of your levels maybe a little out of order? It's a really powerful question to ask yourself. Thanks for exploring this idea with me.